we just got home. As you can see, old Snowball is pretty well cleaned up. Kind of got a spa day yesterday, a rare day that we can actually kind of sat back and relaxed. We got the truck washed and went and visited my friends at Joe's Truck Lube in Effingham, Illinois, and got old Snowball, got a oil change and new air filters and grease jobs and all that fun stuff, and pulled across the street, got it washed up. But at Joe's yesterday, they handed out a driver appreciation gift provided by Shell Rotella and Lucas. Got a cool little bag with it, a t-shirt, coolie cup, a little miniature toolkit here. I think it's pretty neat. Got some neat, not nothing heavy duty, but provided by Shell Rotella. And then we got some lubricant penetrating stuff from Lucas, and then Rotella also threw in a little flashlight. If you're a truck driver, owner operator, or company driver looking to get a service done, those guys over at Joe's Truck Lube in Effingham, top-notch guys. The owner, Jeff, he's a really good guy. I've been using them for 3 years, I believe now, for pretty much all the oil changes and stuff on Snowball. But I just want to give a quick shout out to them guys. Really appreciate the cool gifts. They usually hand out t-shirts and hats anyway, but just want to give a quick shout out to them. So, well, we got to get the fuel filter off of the old leafer here and run to town and see if we can't hunt down a fuel filter. Gotta move stuff around. Need a bigger shop or to reorganize this one, make it a little cleaner. But we kind of had a little bit of a... Well, the car seems to be struggling a little bit. I haven't changed a fuel filter since I've had the car. And I know last year I had some issues with stuff getting in the carburetor, but we're going to pull the fuel filter off. Just a routine, should be a routine maintenance thing, but Lord knows I skip out on a lot of routine maintenance. But we're going to try to get this off real quick so we can get that. We're going to, since the tie rod's not bent severely, we're going to kind of straighten it up and just run it. I am getting a new one to have for a spare. I need to go through and check the ball joints and all that fun stuff. But we're going to get this off real quick. And like I said, we also got to hunt down an electrical issue somewhere. So I might just go ahead and get a new solenoid while we're at it, because all my power goes through this here solenoid. So we might go ahead and replace that too. So bear with us. We're going to try to get things going. I haven't even made it in the house yet, so we're going to get started. For those of you that are fairly new to the channel and hadn't seen this car completely stripped down, this is what's under the passenger side of the car. It's still got the factory floorboard and all that up underneath of it. And I got the factory firewall all the way across. Pretty much, our class allows a 50-pound tolerance. If you can be a little lighter. If you run the factory firewall and floorboard, you can't move the weight around as easy. So we got the fuel filter off. It got a little restriction to it, so we're gonna take this in and swap it out, see if we can get a new one in town and pick up all my other toys. So we'll be with you here shortly. Alright guys, we just got back from Napa. Got our new tie rod. It's in the package. We're going to put it in our old toolbox here. We're not going to actually put it on the car right now. Yes, the other one is bent. No, it's not bent severely to where it can't be straightened or reused. I know some guys are saying, you need to replace that. Look, we got Saturday night, tomorrow night is last points night. That is the last night that I am going to promise I'm going to be at. Anything after tomorrow night, if we tear the car up, it don't matter to me if it sits right here on jack stands looking like it does. But at the moment, find a place to set you guys down. At the moment, we're just trying to get by for tomorrow night. For me, anyway. Jason's trying to get the car handling better, so we want to keep racing this year as long as we can to try to get the car ready for next year and have it ready to go. But ultimately, we're just shooting to make tomorrow night and finish. Hopefully, jump a spot or two in points. What I'm doing right now, we just got the new fuel filter. Ain't nothing fancy. It's Napa Gold filter. The old one was pretty well plugged up. Couldn't hardly even push any air through it. But it's a log style filter, as you can see. It goes in a tube, and here's the end on it, but the ends come with O-rings, and this is the old one. I do recommend changing these out. Anytime you change something that's been around liquid, they start drying out. Well, wash them. Get it up in here. Camera will focus. You can kind of see the white, crusty looking stuff on it. They start drying out over time, and they can allow air to get sucked into the system. So I recommend changing them. I change a lot of fuel filters on old Snowball. About every 10,000 miles, I got to change it myself, and then I get a service done. They'll change it for me, but changing that O-ring really helps in the long run. So we just got back. Like I said, we're gonna put this in, and here's where the fuel filter actually goes. It goes inside that there. Pretty simple. The filter slides in. I don't have nobody to hold the phone. You can see I'm fumbling with it myself. Got a little spring. It goes in, and the filter slides in. That end goes towards the carburetor, and then we put this in back on with the spring already inside of it. So it's pretty simple, and it just got a little AN fitting here. I don't know the number on it. Not real smart with that stuff, but we're going to put this together. The old filter was pretty plugged, so hopefully we can get a little more RPM out of it and run a little better. So bear with me. We're going to get this, and then I'm got to start checking other things out. Try to straighten the tie rod. We got the front bumper we got to do, so hang on. We'll be getting at it. So I've actually made a checklist of everything I need to do to the car. Me and CJ are out here tweaking on it. So far, we've gotten a front bumper done. We still got to do the nose. We straightened the tie rod out that was on there, the bent tie rod. So we can check that off our list. We fixed our shift issue, put a little oil in the transmission, and lengthened the rod just a little bit. Our switch on the inside right here was loose, so it was causing the wires to kind of short out, so we got that done. We've got the header. It ain't necessarily fixed, but we got that done. All that we really got left is to fix this mangled deck right here, which ain't really that bad. CJ's already been trying to beat on it with a hammer. So I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but you can see my kick plate was actually pushed almost all the way in here to the clutch. And don't mind me using my foot for a pointer, but I've already beat it out with a hammer to get it away from the clutch. So now I got full range of the clutch again. But you can see there's actually a hole in it, and you can see kind of right there. It actually got into this bar here. So that's part of the reason why we put it on there, because if that wouldn't have been there, it wasn't doing a lot, but it did enough to kind of protect my feet from getting smashed up or whatever. It's not a super safe method because it's not very thick, but it's better than nothing. Keep going. So we're making progress. We got the sides back on here. We straightened the bumper up. It's right here. Bumper's probably not too many more hits away from being totally done, but we don't have that many more nights to go, so I guess we'll live with what we got. Got to get the nose on, obviously. So we're going to work on getting that done, and we got really, as far as mechanical left over, we got to set it on the ground. Oh, we do need to take this wheel off and put a dust cap on, but I got to take that wheel off anyway to put a different tire on that rim. But we got to set the car down on the ground and check tow. So we're not far off of being ready to go. Like I said, we just straightened that tire rod up. It wasn't bent bad enough to worry about it. So on to the next project, guys. Well, the old leafer has its nose back, and somehow or another, it's hard to tell in the picture, but kind of got the fender's kind of got a swoop up in it. Don't know how I managed that, but late models do it, so they're fast. Really, as far as to go, we need to set the car on the ground, check the tow, but we need to do tires. I got something to do tomorrow, so I need to get the car done tonight. So we need to swap some tires out, and we got these old late model tires here. We might try to make them fit. We need all the stagger we can get. So
didn't they say the late model tires didn't work?
We'll make them work, but we got to get this one off and get my homemade cap off and get the right one on, and change that tire. So we'll be back with you.
Like that?
Yep. All right, guys. It is officially race day. The old leafer is back together. We're hopefully gonna have it running a little bit better with the new fuel filter. The other one was taking a lot of pressure to get anything through it, so I know at least one of our heavy hitters, Tyler Worley, is down in Arkansas running for 10,000 to win. Last night, Adam Canterbury, he won out of Doe Run, so that's his first win in a few years with the street stock. So good job to him. I told him, I said, well, you can finish second behind us tonight. So I'm a man of my word, so we're going to do everything we can to make it happen. So just got a few minor things we need to run down on the car. We'll have to check tow at the track. That way I got Jason to help me. So everything else I believe is good to go. We got to put the hood on. I'm going to check the oil. Like I said, just a few little little knick-knack things I need to run down on the car real quick and clean it off. Obviously, we got junk piled on there again. But we're going to get this thing ready to go, loaded up. I got a birthday party to go to before we go racing tonight. I need to get it on the charger and all that fun stuff before we load it. But we'll see you in the next video at the track. So until the next video comes out, God bless you guys. We'll see you shortly.